Since we in the Zeus area, since we talking about baddies a little bit, have you seen this drama going on with Zeus Network?
I have.
The interesting thing, I didn't know that King Bach was one of the original owners, along with I forgot the other brother's name. Hold on. I want to get everybody their props that was involved. So DeStorm Power, Amanda Cherney, and King Bach are the original owners, along with the brother that you always see, I guess, on stuff.
Yeah,
I forgot his name. Lemoyne, or Lenny, or something like that.
Lemony, yeah,
it's Lemuel. One of them.
Yeah, oh my God, I know they call him Lemmy.
Yeah, I wanted to play DeStorm's thing, but it's too long. It's like 5-6 minutes.
Do you want to play them just like a little clip? We can just play them a short clip.
Yeah.
And then just to get a little bit of the background, because he just starts at the beginning, and then we can go from there.
Hold on. Let me pull it up here. All right, load this. But have you watched Zeus Network before ever?
Mm-mm.
I never have either. It must be uberly popular.
Yeah, I mean enough where if it's generating that sort of
I mean, they got 5 million subscribers, they said. And 5 million subscribers at $5 a month.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how much the subscription is. I just know what y'all doing and what I'm not interested in.
I just realized who he looked like to me now as I was downloading this. He looks like what's the dude that LeBron James's agent that's dating a
Maverick.
girl? No, not Maverick. The other guy. Rich Paul. This
let me plumb
like Rich Paul. It sounds like him, don't he?
I call him is up on X spewing lies.
But continue. Let's play the video.
But let me tell you something. Never trust tweets, only trust receipts. I'm about to break down for you the entire situation when it comes to Zeus ownership. I get a call from a good friend of mine, Lamorne Morris. Congrats on your Emmy, by the way, my brother. Lamorne tells me that he has a colleague named Lemmy Plummer who wants to meet with me about starting a social network. His pitch was he wanted to start a black Netflix for influencers and call it the Social Network, which was already a Facebook movie, by the way. He offered me a good amount of equity in the company and said he was going to look out for Lamorne for connecting us. He never looked out for Lamorne. Now, at the time, I had the biggest series on the internet called the Cart Series. Wait, baby, don't do that. No. At over 500 million views, it was nominated for an Emmy, 4 Streamies, winning 2. Then Lemmy asked me, are there any other influencers I could bring on as partners because we needed some heavy hitters in social media for this thing to work. I said, how about I reach out to another longtime friend of mine, King Batch. He had the numbers. Lemmy agreed. Batch agreed to join. Lemmy said we need one more partner, some diversity. So Batch reached out to Jake Paul, but Jake was working on another project and said, I'll at least give y'all an episode on round 1.
Welcome to the Taj Mahal.
Then Batch said, what about another good friend of ours, Amanda Cerny? She was getting millions of views, making millions of dollars off of brand deals. We all agreed. Now at this point, I broke down my equity so myself, Batch, and Amanda could have even equity across the board, and we all became co-founders.
I met with DeStorm, King Batch, and Amanda Cerny, who were pretty big influencers.
Yes.
And we ended up, I brought them on board.
Lemmy was supposed to be behind the scenes as the CEO, and the 3 of us were to be the face of the network, myself as the president. In the coming weeks, we started a group chat, and the founders came up with a new name for the social network. Some of the names was trash. And then one day I thought, wait, Nike was a Greek god. They were successful with their shoe and apparel line. Why don't we name ourselves after a Greek god? Let's be Zeus. So then Amanda's like, I had a dog named Zeus. Shoot, I like it.
DeStorm actually came up with the name Zeus. We were strategizing and talking about different names.
So then became the Zeus Network. In our operating agreement, Lemmy's job was to put up the money for the first round of content, which he'd get back soon as we launched. Myself, Batch, and Amanda's job was to use our audience and our face and our likeness to blow up the company and give it a legitimate name. Lemmy's like, look guys, I'm a nobody, and you guys have the influence and celebrity to make this work. So that summer, we went home.
Hey, for the record, that's funny the way he imitating them.
Hard as hell.
Zeus just came out today. You on this nigga, you gonna die. At what point did you hear me say Zeus, man?
When you looked at me and said Zeus?
On from when it launched. To drive the necessary traffic to the platform, the flagship shows would be Batch, Amanda, and I also agreed to put season 2 of Caught onto Zeus. Shit, I even called in a favor from Uncle Snoop to pop up in the series, and he looked out for me.
That tears apart.
Strike one. You've been watching too much Zeus, nephew.
And then we spoke to 25 other creators who are also friends of ours and told them we'll give them a free series on Zeus if they promote the app. Let me promise all of them that they would get a percentage of the subscriptions. They didn't get a dime. So approaching the launch of Zeus, Lemmy calls me up crying, talking about the whole network about to go under because I ran out of money. I physically went into the office that entire summer and edited 4 series for Zeus. Then I put up $135,000 of my own money, paying for Bad Escorts, Caught Season 2, and 4 other creative series. Now, bear in mind, contractually, we weren't supposed to put up any money. But Lemmy said, I'm going to pay you back as soon as Zeus launches and we're profitable. Now, every show on Zeus has music in the background, but keep in mind, we had no more budget for music. So I called in another favor from my good friend Tommy Brown and Franks, and I said, yo, we need beats for Zeus. They done produced everything from Ariana Grande to Justin Bieber. Tommy gave us over 1,000 beats with a promise from Lemmy that they'd get paid back once Zeus was profitable. They never got paid. We understood that Zeus couldn't just be successful in social media, and we needed a partner in traditional media. So I talked to my boy Fonz, and he links me with Tiffany, who works at SAG-AFTRA. Zeus ended up signing a historic deal as the first social platform to partner with SAG-AFTRA. And because of this partnership, I was also able to get a lot of the creators and actors their SAG card because they had shows and series on Zeus. And let me end up stabbing SAG-AFTRA in the back, by the way. This is why I say don't trust tweets. Only trust receipts. Let's keep it going. Now, since Zeus was a new platform and app, there was a lot of bugs that needed.
I know we planned, and you want to cut it?
Yeah.
You want to go fast forward it some?
No, we can cut it. So, because now you kind of have the listener has an understanding of what happened. A lot of this is the tricky part because this goes back to when we talk about contract law. And what's happening if it's something not in the contract now. I think that King Batch, the white girl, Amy, I think Amanda, and I think all of them had a contract because that's what it sounds like. But everything else that they're showing, which are receipts, is kind of similar to what we would say poor man's copyright, which is when
it's a poor man's receipt, where you like send your script in the mail to yourself.
Yes, that's poor man's copyright. So so that's kind of what's happening here. It's like we have this text conversation, which a lot of times we see on the court shows. If you have that, that's me giving you my binded word. So sometimes it does hold up in court, right? And so they've been in and out of court all these years about Zeus, going back and forth with Lemmy regarding payment, getting then removed from certain things. Because he also mentions that all of them are paying taxes on money that they never received. So, which is the cool. Even I think that's the most fucked up part about all of this. And so now we're here, and so this will likely, depending. I think it's interesting that y'all was trying to create quality content. You had the subscriptions. Y'all didn't have this stuff. And then night and day, it switches. And now y'all this ratchet shit. And we need to talk to our people. We need to have, just like I said, we need to talk to the ladies. We need to have a conversation about what we engage in. And, it's so many people that pass judgment and say certain things online. We're not a monolith, but it is 5 million of you motherfuckers that are subscribed to this app to watch niggas fight.
Just fight.
Because even the show I think that Zeus has with the studs, like the stud girls or whatever, I think that's Zeus. I can't remember. Y'all, they be fighting.
I'm assuming every Zeus show they fight.
When you see originally what the plan was and where they and low key where they probably could have made quadruple, especially having a deal with SAG-AFTRA, which ultimately we know SAG-AFTRA we ain't going off of text messages. This is a contract.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't fool. They ain't no fools. So I'm surprised that they haven't turned around and sued them. But also, they said that he had been paying a lot of different lawsuits out of court and not just hush money and just, moving on like it never happened. But you taking Natalie Nunn on shopping sprees. A Chanel bag is like $8,000, and that may be the small medium bag.
Do they doing a baddies Africa?
Why do we need this? This is what I mean. I know that we are living in tumultuous times and people need an escape. But that's your escape.
Okay, Jason Lee got a show on here and they're not fighting on there. I'm assuming this is a talk show. So we got one show.
Oh, it probably like something probably in conjunction with Hollywood Unlocked.
Yep, it is. It is.
Which and that's probably just a distribution bill for like deal for them to push it out to more people that probably may not necessarily watch his content on YouTube and or on Instagram.
Yeah, because you could just get it on somewhere else.
Yeah.
Got a Caribbean baddies? What the fuck?
I don't know, but I just can't. And I really hope ultimately these people get their money back, then some, even if the network got to go under. Oh, well, because this is fucked up.
Oh, that's right. Them doggone bad boy shows too, or is them too?
It's all of it. All of it need to go. All of it can crash and burn. That's all I'm saying. It's a mess. It's a mess.
Hold on. So, oh wow, Bobby Lights has a dating show on here called Bobby I Love You. Per.
Oh, nigga. They said the state of Georgia has filed a motion to revoke Young Thug's probation.
What he did? Okay, this is breaking news.
Breaking news.
Uh-oh. Okay.
This document is a legal motion filed in the Superior Court of Fulton County, state of Georgia, under case number 22 SC 183572, presided over by Judge Paige Whitaker. The motion titled State's Motion to Revoke Probation is brought by the state of Georgia against the defendant Jeffrey Williams. The state requests the immediate. Hey y'all, if y'all like what y'all see here on Everyone Needs an Aquarius, be sure to like, subscribe, and share our podcast with your friends because we got all the tea. And, if you want to check out more stuff from us, be sure to hit that button right there on the right side so you can see other stuff and, again, share with everybody.